It's my birthday. I'm not turning 42. I'm turning 5 this year. I'm turning 5 years old.
Two women, two Britneys. One was locked inside a legal cage for 13 years, stripped of her voice, her money, and her freedom. The other ended up in a body bag at just 32 years old, her death quietly written off as natural causes. For nearly 2 decades, Hollywood sold you the story that Britney Spears' collapse and Brittany Murphy's tragic death were completely unrelated events, just two separate, isolated tragedies of fame. But what if I told you their stories were never supposed to intersect, until now? Behind the glitz of red carpets and talk shows lies a terrifying web of surveillance, control, and silence. A hidden network that allegedly connects the same high-profile management firm, TriStar, controlling both Britney Spears and P. Diddy, to Ellen DeGeneres' suspiciously designed stage set, to Ashton Kutcher's disturbing inner circle, all the way to the unsealed email exchanges of Jeffrey Epstein himself. 3 pneumonia-related deaths across a single decade, including Diddy's ex Kim Porter right before her tell-all memoir hit the presses. The same coroner's office, the same coded emails, the exact same control mechanisms. And now, in a mind-blowing court revelation, Ghislaine Maxwell has allegedly broken her silence, acknowledging the very evidence that links both Britneys to this exact same dark machine. This isn't just a series of wild coincidences anymore. This is pattern recognition. Once you step back and see how every single name, contract, and tragic end connects to one common denominator, you can never unsee it again. Welcome back. Today, we are pulling back the curtain and unraveling one of the darkest, most dangerous patterns in modern Hollywood history. Drop your thoughts below, hit that subscribe button, and let's dive straight into the evidence. To understand how deep this dark web actually goes, we have to start with the most documented, the most public, and arguably the most disturbing cage ever built in modern entertainment history: the story of Britney Spears. By 2007, the world wasn't just watching Britney Spears, the world was hunting her. Every step she took was met with hundreds of flashing cameras. Every moment of frustration was splashed across tabloid covers. She was completely isolated, deeply vulnerable, and crying out for help in front of a global audience. But instead of receiving support or genuine medical care from the people around her, she was handed over to a legal structure meant for elderly individuals with severe dementia, a conservatorship. Britney wasn't elderly, and she certainly wasn't incompetent. She was a young woman who was being systematically broken by an relentless media apparatus and failed by an industry that treated her like a product rather than a human being. As Britney herself would later recall, her voice was muted, threatened, and taken away for so long that she was literally forbidden from speaking up or telling her side of the story. And that is when the real cage slammed shut. The administrative force behind this conservatorship wasn't just her family. It was managed by a firm known as TriStar Sports and Entertainment Group, headed by a powerful executive named Lou Taylor. On paper, TriStar's job was simple: manage Britney's immense wealth and legal affairs. But according to court documents and subsequent explosive investigations, TriStar didn't just manage her bank accounts. They dictated her schedule, strictly controlled her medication, monitored her incoming and outgoing phone calls, and allegedly hired an elite security firm to secretly record and bug her inside her own private bedroom. Think about that for a second. A global superstar, locked inside her own home, constantly watched through hidden digital surveillance, unable to even drive her own car or choose her own legal representation. But here is where the narrative shifts from disturbing to downright sinister. TriStar Sports and Entertainment Group wasn't just managing a pop princess in distress. During this exact same era, the firm was also managing one of the most powerful and feared men in the music industry, Sean P. Diddy Combs. Yes, the very same P. Diddy, who is now facing severe federal charges for running what prosecutors describe as a multi-decade criminal enterprise. Inside TriStar's inner circle was a key executive named Robin Greenhill. To the public, she was a business manager. But Britney Spears would later describe Robin in her memoir as her conservator's weird lackey, a constant, chilling presence who enforced the rules of her captivity. Years later, Robin Greenhill's name surfaced once again, not in relation to Britney, but in explosive civil lawsuits filed against P. Diddy. She was allegedly accused of helping facilitate secret, illegal cash payments to maintain control and handle logistics for Diddy's inner network. One single management firm, two massive global celebrities. One stripped of her rights under the guise of mental health, while the other allegedly operated a sprawling underground network with complete impunity. Is it purely a coincidence that both were tied to the exact same administrative machine? Or was TriStar operating as a specialized control mechanism designed to keep powerful secrets hidden and profitable assets silenced? To make matters worse, the paper trail doesn't stop with management firms. It bleeds directly into the mainstream media apparatus and right onto the set of daytime television's biggest star, Ellen DeGeneres. For decades, the Ellen DeGeneres Show was branded as the ultimate safe haven in Hollywood. It was bright, warm, inviting, and filled with dancing, laughter, and high-energy celebrity appearances. But behind the bubbly exterior, eagle-eyed investigators and set design analysts began uncovering something deeply unsettling about the physical layout of Ellen's studio. When you look at the architectural blueprints, color schemes, and aesthetic choices of Ellen's daytime set, it allegedly bears an uncanny, near-identical match to the main pavilion on Jeffrey Epstein's private island compound, Little St. James. The exact same shade of soft cream couches, the specific arrangement of indoor palm trees, the large paned window placement, and the exact same aesthetic of controlled domesticity designed to make high-powered guests feel safe, relaxed, and open. In the high-stakes world of multi-million-dollar set design, details are never accidental. They are deliberate. Ellen's stage wasn't just a TV set. It functioned as the premier narrative control platform for Hollywood's elite. It was a place where celebrities were sent to either polish their image, get publicly shamed, or deliver subtle, coded messages under the guise of casual banter. And who was one of Ellen's most frequent, revered guests? Sean P. Diddy Combs. Diddy appeared on the Ellen DeGeneres Show over 30 times across 2 decades. On the surface, their interactions seemed like typical Hollywood fluff, two wealthy moguls joking around. But when you rewatch those classic interviews with what we know today, the conversations take on a creepy, almost coded tone. In one notable exchange, Ellen and Diddy openly banter about Diddy's legendary, exclusive parties. Ellen asks if she's invited, to which Diddy insists she's always invited, subtly questioning why she never shows up. When Ellen makes an excuse about the time and location, Diddy leans in and hints at the real nature of his gatherings. He casually mentions that the real events don't even start until midnight or later, flatly stating, "That's a different type of party." They laugh it off, the audience applauds, and the show moves on. But it wasn't just a casual joke. It was a public acknowledgement of an exclusive, late-night world that operated completely outside the boundaries of normal celebrity culture. Ellen DeGeneres wasn't just a bystander in this system. She was an integral cog in a broader apparatus designed to monitor, manipulate, and shape public perception. If a celebrity was stepping out of line, a couch interview with Ellen could refabricate their entire public image. And if a celebrity was being quietly targeted by powerful forces behind the scenes, Ellen's show was where the narrative was spun. This underlying network of management, media control, and silent surveillance formed an impenetrable wall around Britney Spears for 13 long years. But while Britney was battling for her basic human rights inside a legal courtroom, another young actress named Brittany Murphy was facing a far more lethal version of the exact same system. Because long before the court battles, long before the unsealed documents, and long before the public began connecting these dots, Brittany Murphy crossed paths with this very same Hollywood shadow network. And unlike Britney Spears, she didn't escape with her life. Brittany Murphy was a phenomenal talent. By the early 2000s, she wasn't just another rising star in Hollywood. She was a force of nature. With iconic performances in hit films like Clueless, Just Married, and 8 Mile, she had the world at her feet. She possessed a rare combination of raw charm, dramatic depth, and effortless comedy. But then, almost overnight, her thriving career didn't just slow down. It ground to an abrupt, mysterious halt. Roles suddenly dried up. promising studio meetings were canceled without explanation. The very industry that had championed her turned its back on her almost overnight, for reasons that were never publicly clarified. Isolated and pushed to the periphery of Hollywood, Brittany Murphy began to unravel in a manner eerily similar to how Britney Spears would break down just a few years later. Then came the tragedy. On December 20th, 2009, 32-year-old Brittany Murphy collapsed on her bathroom floor. The official cause of death released by authorities was listed as a combination of acute pneumonia, severe iron deficiency anemia, and multiple drug intoxication from over-the-counter prescription medications, a death ruled as natural causes. But her father, Angelo Bertolotti, refused to accept that story. A healthy, vibrant 32-year-old woman doesn't simply drop dead of pneumonia in a multi-million-dollar Beverly Hills mansion. Driven by suspicion, Bertolotti took matters into his own hands and commissioned independent toxicological testing on his daughter's hair samples. The lab results sent shockwaves through her family. The independent reports allegedly revealed abnormally high concentrations of heavy metals, compounds commonly found in commercial rat poison and insecticides. Bertolotti died believing until his final breath that his daughter had been deliberately poisoned to prevent her from speaking out. And then the situation turned even more bizarre. Her husband, screenwriter Simon Monjack, reportedly sat with her body for hours before placing an emergency call. He gave grief-stricken interviews, defended their lifestyle, and appeared deeply traumatized. But almost 6 months to the exact week, Simon Monjack was found dead in the very same master bedroom of the very same house. The official cause of death? Pneumonia and severe anemia. Mathematically and biologically, 2 adults dying of the exact same rare combination of fatal pneumonia in the same residence within 6 months is virtually unheard of. When investigators and independent researchers began pulling at the threads surrounding Brittany Murphy's suspicious end, they stumbled upon a terrifying common denominator. Her case was handled by the Los Angeles County Coroner's Office under the direct oversight of Assistant Chief Ed Winter. Ed Winter wasn't just any high-profile coroner. Years later, his office was also assigned to handle the tragic death of Kim Porter, the former longtime partner of P. Diddy and the mother of his children. Kim Porter, according to close friends and insiders, was quietly working on a bombshell tell-all memoir prior to her death. She reportedly held detailed records of everything she had witnessed inside Diddy's secretive world: the wild parties, the high-level network, and the illegal activities of powerful men. Before that memoir could ever reach a publishing house, 47-year-old Kim Porter died suddenly in her home. Her official cause of death? Acute lobar pneumonia. 3 individuals tied directly to the exact same inner circles of Hollywood power. 3 sudden deaths across a decade. All 3 attributed to pneumonia. And all 3 handled by the exact same coroner's office apparatus. In a fully transparent system, these alarming statistical anomalies would have sparked federal inquiries 15 years ago. Instead, they were buried under standard paperwork. And the web of connections stretches even further when you look at the men who moved within Brittany Murphy's orbit, specifically her high-profile ex-boyfriend, Ashton Kutcher. For over 2 decades, Ashton Kutcher carefully cultivated an image as Hollywood's lovable, goofy prankster turned selfless humanitarian. Through his anti-trafficking organizations, he positioned himself as a global champion for vulnerable children. But as the unsealed Jeffrey Epstein documents and high-profile criminal trials began to surface, Kutcher's public persona began to crack under intense scrutiny. When his longtime friend and that 70s show co-star Danny Masterson was put on trial and subsequently sentenced to 30 years to life in prison for multiple counts of rape, Kutcher and his wife Mila Kunis took an astonishing step. They wrote personal character letters directly to the sentencing judge, pleading for leniency and praising Masterson as a role model. The backlash was immediate and devastating. One survivor, known publicly as Jane Doe No. 1, openly condemned the letter, pointing out the gross hypocrisy of a self-proclaimed protector of victims defending a convicted sexual predator behind closed doors. Furthermore, Kutcher's deep, unaddressed ties to P. Diddy have raised massive red flags. Across 20 years, Kutcher was repeatedly photographed hosting and attending Diddy's infamous star-studded gatherings. Yet, as federal authorities dismantled Diddy's empire, Kutcher maintained complete radio silence, never once addressing what he saw or experienced inside those inner circles. Compounding the controversy is resurfaced footage of Kutcher casually discussing a then 16-year-old actress, remarking on air that she was one of the girls we're all waiting for to turn 18. This brings us back to Britney Spears, because the unsealed Jeffrey Epstein court filings uncovered a connection that directly links her long legal captivity to this global web. Among the thousands of pages of unsealed evidence, investigators uncovered email correspondence between Jeffrey Epstein and Dr. Mark Tramo, a prominent physician affiliated with UCLA's Geffen School of Medicine, the very institution tied directly to the Resnick Psychiatric Hospital, where Britney Spears was involuntarily held during her peak conservatorship struggles. The emails, heavily coded yet deeply damning, discussed high-level neonatal projects while referencing Spears' status under institutional medical care. It suggests that Britney Spears' psychiatric holds, her forced medication, and her legal imprisonment were not merely family matters. They were allegedly being monitored and coordinated by elements of Jeffrey Epstein's shadowy network. Which leads us to the explosive turning point in this entire mystery. In recent, high-stakes court proceedings, Ghislaine Maxwell, Epstein's closest confidant and chief co-conspirator, allegedly issued a calculated courtroom apology. According to legal analysts, this apology wasn't an act of remorse. It was a strategic acknowledgement of the unshakable digital and physical evidence connecting both Britney Spears and Brittany Murphy to the same systemic web of control. The filings and survivor testimonies suggest that Ellen DeGeneres' daytime platform acted as a soft power propaganda tool to control narratives spun around these figures, that TriStar's simultaneous management of Britney Spears and P. Diddy was strategically constructed to enforce financial and physical compliance, and that Brittany Murphy's sudden collapse was far from a natural biological failure. It stands as an indictment of a multi-billion-dollar machine designed to protect power at all costs. Today, Ellen's show is off the air. P. Diddy is facing severe federal prosecution. Ashton Kutcher's public brand has been severely tarnished. But for Britney Spears, who gave away 13 years of her youth inside a legal prison, there has been no true judicial reckoning for the executives who constructed her cage. For Brittany Murphy's family, there has been no exhumation or official federal reinvestigation into her death. The pieces of the puzzle are finally on the table. The connections are documented, the patterns are clear, and the truth is refusing to stay buried any longer. What do you think really happened behind those closed doors? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, share this video to keep the conversation alive, and make sure to hit that subscribe button as we continue to uncover the truth. This video is relevant because it discusses court proceedings involving Ghislaine Maxwell and legal issues surrounding Britney Spears' ex-husband, which relate directly to the conspiracy topics and names mentioned in your script. This whole web of power, control, and silence is finally coming undone, piece by piece. But the real question is, how many more names are hiding behind these exact same contracts? If you made it this far, I want to hear from you. Do you think Brittany Murphy's case should be officially reopened? What do you make of those unsealed Epstein emails mentioning UCLA and Britney Spears? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Let's get a real discussion going. If you want us to dig deeper into the legal documents, the TriStar paper trail, or the unsealed court filings, smash that like button right now. And if you're new here, hit subscribe and turn on all notifications so you don't miss the next breakdown. We are just getting started, and we aren't stopping until every single dot is connected. Thanks for watching, stay vigilant, and I'll see you in the next one.